Oh, welcome in, guys, and happy Friday. Hopefully, you're having yourself a strong afternoon or early evening, wherever you're tuning in from. Appreciate you tuning in. For the next hour, we have a lot to get through. We have so many NBA Cup games tonight, a lot going on there. We have a couple of NHL games, 3 by my count, a couple college football games, college basketball as well. So we got to take advantage of our PrizePicks Flex Friday slip. I'm cooking that one up right now. So we're going to start off with DFS, and then we're going to jump into some positive EV. Maybe check out a couple arbitrage middle bet opportunities. Lots to get into. Really pumped up. Rowdy, let's go on. Appreciate that energy, man. Irish, what's going on? Let's definitely eat today, boys and girls. Let's make some money. Let's just bankrupt these books today. That's what it's all about. So at the moment, I am going to focus on my other monitor over here. Going to be cooking up the PrizePicks. I'm going to make a 5-pick entry. I do have Mikal Bridges on this slip. And then the only other problem that I kind of have with this, at least from the sharp money tool, is this is just a little, we'll have to look from where the sharp books are. Minus 129 on Pinnacle. This is fine. Luke Cornett. There's not a lot of money on this play for Luke Cornett, but I'm okay with the fact that, it's a good price that we're getting this at. Over on his PRA. Don't know if I can go the opposite on Stephen Castle. See if they'll let me do one or the other. Okay. And then we got? Josh Hart under on his rebounds and assists. There's no Jalen Brunson tonight. So we're getting this out, minus 119. I have no FanDuel. I really have no sharp books here to be my guide on this Josh Hart play. So I'm going to bypass that. Chris Dunn over. This is minus 152 on FanDuel. I like this. Over 11.5 PRA. Let's take a look at that. So I'm 4 picks in. Need a 5th. Give me a 5th. Come on, one time. Marcus Smart, if you're from Boston, under 2.5 rebounds. Minus 142 on FanDuel. I love seeing that. So let's grab Marcus under on his rebounds, under 2.5, and then I will share this link with you guys. Make sure that you opt in to the promo. Unless they bump this already. They're just showing 1.5 rebounds, 4.5, 3.5. Yeah, they bumped this 2.5. So that sucks. What else do we got? We talked about Chris Dunn. We could grab his over on his points and assist if you want, but that's fine. I'm on the Bridges points play. VJ, over rebounds and assists. I don't have a sharp book here, so I can't go there. Luke, we talked about that one. Castle, we're on that. All right, we're going to have to go over to, let's go over to the low holds page. PrizePicks 5 or 6 picks. Cade Cunningham, under on assist. This is good to penny. It's almost a low hold, quite a low hold. So we'll go over there with Cade. Okay, make sure, like I didn't do last time, make sure you click the Flex Friday boost. I can't remember how much I can put on this. I'll try for 25. I think it might be $5. Yeah, I can't do that. Can I do this? I can't remember. Oh my God. This Google Chrome, I'm really getting tired of using Google Chrome, but Google Chrome is the only spot that I can actually use to share this. I literally have to go back through and do this whole thing again. I'll catch up with you guys in the chat here in just a second, but bonjour, welcome in. We got some different plays, courtesy of the Sharp Money tool. So we got Cade under. Done on his PRA. We're taking the over there. Cool. I want Bridges over on his points, which I like that. No Jalen Brunson. Take the over on the points. We could do VJ, but again, I don't have any insight there. Luke Cornett over on his PRA. And then what was the last play? Castle, under on his points. All right. Luke Cornett just bumped. What a surprise. What a surprise as I'm getting ready to put this in. It already bumped. All right. So what else do we have? It's do a little refresh here. We like the Cade play. Ryan Rollins, too low liquidity, really, to be honest. Any other sharp books that are really offering anything that I really can get down with here? Let's see. MP, what's going on? Saints fan, what's going on? Trent, what's going on? Ken, how are you guys? What's up? What's up? Trying to find my last piece of the puzzle. DiVincenzo? It's good to yeah, let's go Dante. We're taking what, his under 22.5 PRA? Bingo. There we go. All right. We can share this with you guys now. This is why I don't like rocking too many 5-pick slip guys. It just takes so long. Yeah, that was another option there, Irish. I could have did that as well. But there we go. We're in. I can only play for $5. Make sure that you guys add that boost to it. 5-pick flex. We're in there. Okay. Outside of PrizePicks. Let me click off of PrizePicks here for a second. What else we have? So underdog. Somebody wants Jalen Wilson under on 1.5 rebounds. They want it for 2K. They want it at minus 118 odds. Obviously, a 6-pick entry on underdog would give you minus 116 odds. I'm looking to play a 3-pick slip. Ken, no doubt about that. NBA Cup does bring out a lot. Degenerate gut feelings about the UFC tomorrow night. Trent. I think Leon's going to lose, though Leon's an underdog in the fight, but I like Leon to lose. So money line on, was it Prader? I don't know how to say the dude's last name, but I like him. I like him to win. Monk, under 12.5 points. Yeah, I'm fine with that. I mean, it's not, it's at minus 120, but I'll take it at minus 122. So, bingo, there's one. Wendell, under on his points. Somebody wants it at minus 116. Again, getting this at minus 122 is a little far-fetched for me, especially with FanDuel at minus 120. How about Keldon? Somebody wants this at 1,500 at minus 150. Dude, grab this Keldon Johnson play. Oh, my God, it's 166 on FanDuel. This play is going to get bumped immediately, but go grab it. Under 5.5 rebounds. There's no way this is still out there. Yeah, it's 4.5. Yeah, I figured that one. That's a damn shame because that was a beauty. Gafford? Not really. DeRozan under on his PRA? 26.5. Bookmakers at minus 135. Pinnacle, I could take that. But again, I got Monk already, so like I can't combine these. We talked about Marcus. I like this play, even though it's a lower liquidity. It's minus 142. So we couldn't get it on PrizePicks, but we can get this over on Underdog, which is awesome. Back to Gafford again. Not a ton of liquidity here, but it's minus 172 on FanDuel. Holy smokes, that's insane. Gafford under, right? Yep. All right, guys, I'll share this with you. All unders. We're fading dudes. Love fading dudes. Yeah, hopefully. Trent, yeah, no doubt. I haven't looked at the card too much, but I definitely am in on that. Clemson game, Ian. All I can tell you is in Dub Club, if you guys are in Dub Club and you tailed the play that we gave out on Clemson I shared on Wednesday, we got massive closing line value. I think we got like over 30 cents of closing line value on that play. So if you guys were able to tail the play that I gave out on Dub Club on Clemson. So I'm on a play, Ian, on Dub Club. Obviously, I won't share that. Only if you are in Dub Club, then you know. But we got a crazy closing line value on that one in the right direction. Roughly 30 cents. So it was really, really good. So yeah, I'm pulling for the Tigers in some way, shape, or form. All right, so there's Underdog. Cool. Let me take a screenshot of this. And then let's look to see if we have anything else for better, and then we'll look at Dabble and Pick 6 as well. So let's get off of Underdog. All right, so for better and for Pick 6, we're Chris Dunn, over 8.5 points and assists. Don't really have a sharp book here on this one, guys, so I can't really recommend this. But someone really likes this. They won it at minus 122. They got 2K on it. That's not nothing. That's a decent amount of money for points and assists for Chris Dunn. We're already on his over for his PRA, but if you want to dip back in, you can do that. Karis LeVert over 13.5 points. FanDuel's at minus 125. So, like, I'm not really like a huge fan of this one. Cade to get a double-double. Obviously, we faded his under on his rebounds, but Cade's more than capable of grabbing rebounds as well. Not a ton of money here. And again, not the best prices on Better. Can't say I'm super excited about either of those. Let's come on over here. By the way, for anyone that is in Dub Club, the plays are out. Player props, main markets, talked about on this morning and mentioned it in a note that I'm not going to be targeting any more first period totals in the NHL. Just not happy with the results, and it's just not up to the level that I think it needs to be at in order for the service that's being provided. So we're just going to say la vie to that market. Did I do this right? Better picks all. Let's do better picks all. Using the low holds tool, taking a peek. No doubt about that. Better discounts. No, we didn't, Irish. Obviously, there is a better discount for tonight on Anthony Edwards on his points over 25.5. These discounts, guys, have been pretty nice. We cashed, I think it was yesterday. We've been cashing more of these. So I definitely like this. Points and assists for Marcus. There's no way we can get this right now, right? There's no way this is actually over 9.5. Yeah, it's a boosted play. That's why. That's the problem here. So if I wanted to set this up so I can get some decent odds, I can just kind of come over here to like, I don't know, minimum is going to be like, there we go. And there's not going to be anything going on there. So that's not the only problem because they're going to show all these boosted plays. And the problem is like, these are going to be really, really good. Let's take a look at the optimizer. It's a little easier sometimes with Better just to go over the optimizer and take a look. Sharp Money Tool's not doing it. We could use the EV tool as well. You could use the arbitrage tool. All the tools at OddsJam, guys, you can use in multiple ways, which is great. Sometimes it's a little easier just digesting it this way. Herbs, under 35.5. It looks pretty good. Baker, that doesn't look bad either. Duncan Robinson. Oh, whoa. Duncan Robinson. Yeah. Over 2.5 threes. Love that one. Luka over on his rebounds and assists. Not bad. It's okay to FanDuel, but I always like taking Luka overs, especially in a cup game. I am a big fan of that. So we're going to take rebounds and assists for Luka over. That's how I'm going to pair this up. Obviously, guys, we're taking the Anthony Edwards discount. Max is a $10 bet. I'll share this with you guys here. A lot of stats slices on pick six. MP, we'll have to take a look at that right now. Any 49ers, get some of that too? Yeah. Noah, any long goal scores or any NHL goals? There's only 3 games tonight. What I checked earlier, I didn't see anything. I'm also in a sour mood because my Penguins blew a 1-goal lead in the third period. Blew the lead against the Predators, losing overtime. I guess at least we got a point. Playing the Global Series. They'll play them again tomorrow. They just suck when it comes to the third period. But we will take a look for some anytime NHL goal scores. I don't have a lot of faith in tonight's slate because there's only 3 games going on tonight. So, not really. Let's go back over the Sharp Money tool. And let's pull up, just get rid of Better. And I got pick 6 selected and Dabble selected. So we already are on the Bridges and Smart play from before, from a PrizePicks entry. We could go after that again, though, if we wanted to for pick 6. So while I'm logging on to pick 6, for my Dabble people, sometimes it's just a little easier doing it this way. If I was to play any 3-pick entries on Dabble, obviously, guys, you could play more than that, but I'm not interested in playing 5 and 6 picks on Dabble. Just not my cup of tea. So let's see. Is there anything on this screen that I would say no to if I actually had my Dabble account open and let's say I was in Florida? All right, so literally every single play that you see on this screen right now, if you're a Dabble user, I would play all of these. These are all fantastic, and I'm very jealous of you guys using Dabble. Very jealous. So these are all fantastic. Definitely, in my opinion, I think the easiest DFS book to make money on. No doubt about that. Don't forget, guys, on DraftKings, there's a Mystery Friday offer. You get a random boost. So hopefully you get a solid one. We got some stat slices here. We got Franz over on his points, Cat over on his PRA. Really just depends on who you want to go after. I think both are solid. But I'm fine with going with, I'll take Franz here. And then I will come back over here again, and I will double down on Marcus Smart under on rebounds. And then the other one was Bridges. Also, if you are taking the stat slice, you might want to go with Franz, because if you're taking Bridges over on his points, you might not be able to pair that with Cat. They might not let you do that. All right, I'll share this with you guys as well. What's going on, Matt? Evening to you, my friend. And welcome anyone that's just kind of tuning in right now. We're just kind of going through DFS. We've already covered PrizePicks, Underdog, Better. We're doing Pick 6 right now, and I'm showcasing Dabble on my screen. If I do a quick little refresh, is there anything that I would say no to down below here? Maybe Jalen Duren. Jalen Duren's under PRA might be the only one that, because I just don't like where Pinnacle's number is. It's very good to FanDuel. That's pretty much it. Everything else here is fantastic on Dabble. So, you guys should have a great time there. All right, so we hit our stat slice up on Pick 6. That's fun. So we were using these two plays. Again, no Jalen Brunson tonight. So Bridges over on his points. Someone's got $1,200. They want this at -122. We can get that same price over at DraftKings. It's also very good to Pinnacle. It's okay to FanDuel. It's very good to Bookmaker. I'll take the law of averages and say it's fine. And then Marcus Smart, this is a very good play to FanDuel, off 20 cents, the under 2.5 rebounds. Over on points for Bridges, he plays for the Knicks. Under on Smart, he plays for the Lakers. Okay. Let's take a look at some ARBs right now, any arbitrage plays. So there's obviously a massive mistake on this spread between DraftKings and Bovada. Hard to say who's made the mistake. They might just both really be off. The problem here with this play, guys, is that while this game starts in 13 minutes, these are two really, really small schools. So obviously, though, the timing is perfect. You can go grab this right now. The game's going to start any minute. Outside of that, whoa, we got a Fliff sighting here. Fliff and Fanatics. That's the only problem is it's got to get paired with Fanatics or Sports Zeno. Those would be the two that you could pair this with. A little bit more profitable if you play this with Fanatics. Sharp over-under on his assists between, he plays for the Nets, so between Fliff and Fanatics. Okay, so we got that going on. Cool. What else? If you guys don't know, I think most OGs and DGens know this, FanDuel and Bovada for NBA player props is a great marriage. They always seem to be with each other. So really, Bovada is goated for their own player prop odds that they create in-house for NBA. It would be the whole, like if you told me in July that you just signed up with Bovada, I would tell you to play $1 long shot parlays once a week, one parlay a week for $1 until the NBA season, and then absolutely go nuclear on Bovada. That would be my tip. Because this book provides so much value. Because you're going to get limited on Bovada, and you might as well get limited when you can make a bunch of money. And this is the time of the year when you can make a bunch of money on Bovada all throughout the NBA season. Watford, Williams, Duren, it doesn't really matter. Steven Adams, Draymond. There's a lot of different ARBs here that you can hit up with Bovada. Now, if you have Bovada, Bovada also has Props Builder. My opinion is that you should not go on Bovada and bet the over on Steven Adams and then go on the Props Builder on Bovada and bet the under on Steven Adams. I mean, like, let's not try to totally tell Bovada what exactly we're looking to do, right? So I know that Props Builder's on Bovada. I would bet the over on Steven Adams, and I would go on one of the other 11 offshore sports books that have Props Builder, and I would bet the under over there, right? Let's just not let's just not get fully naked in the middle of the street so that everyone can see us. So the idea here is take the over, and then go somewhere else and bet the under. Anytime that these are ARBs to Pinnacle, in general, these are just really good bets. So any Canby Sportsbook, betting Watford over on his 3.5 player assists, I would definitely go after Watford and bet this on Bet Rivers or Ballybet or Desert Diamond or Bet Parks or wherever you have your Canby book in the state or country that you're located in. Jackson wants to know if I can look at the sleeper optimizer for the profit boost. No problem, Jackson. I wouldn't hold my breath because sleeper typically sucks. So if Jeremiah Fears over on his 3-pointers, okay. Or I would take Jacoby Brissett over on his passing yards. This is it's pretty decent to Pinnacle. If you had to play a 2-man, so if you got like your promo, I would take that and I'd throw it with Brissett. Anything else, if I set up my minimum maximum odds so that I can put this at like a minus 150, yeah, it would just be Jacoby Brissett. Nothing else is really worth it. That'd be my only play. So hopefully that helps. It's pretty simple. Sleeper normally sucks when it comes to value. And I know you get these promos and you really want to utilize them. It's just tough sometimes pulling hair to try to find certain plays. So yeah, this Watford play, I'm all in on that one. I really, really like that. And this is normally what I like to do, guys. I'll just scroll and look for maybe ARBs to FanDuel or ARBs to Pinnacle, assuming it's an NBA player prop. And, or if you could see these little middle opportunities here, that's another go, 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 go. So speaking of the middle tool, if I pull this up, here's some opportunities between Canby and Hard Rock where we can make a guaranteed profit. But if these two teams score exactly 138 points, then I push this bet on Desert Diamond. I win the under on Hard Rock, and I literally make a lot more than just $1 and change, right? But, this kind of tells you if the over hits, you make $1.85, assuming you put $2.50 and $1.95. That could be that's a lot of money, right? I understand that. So even if you only bet $25, maybe I try to work with this to find a nice number, like, okay, 20, maybe $15. You might take a small loss, but if they score 138, then you're going to cash one of these bets and get your money refunded to you for the other one. So this is really advantageous. Talk about middle betting quite a bit. You want to make sure that you add this in your repertoire, right? I know these are really slim windows that we're trying to hit, but you're going to make some money, assuming that you're going after positive percentages. And if we get lucky and hit, then we're going to make a ton of money. And these are types of bets, guys, using the middle tool, I'd load up. Like, I would absolutely go nuclear on this. Granted, these are two small schools. I'd bet $2.50 because, you're going to make a small profit. But if you end up hitting this under and pushing this, right, push this one, win this one, then you're making $250 profit. It's really, really good. You have nothing to lose, everything to gain. So, whatever money that you have left in these accounts, I would unload it. So make sure that there's not a single cent left in your accounts when you're betting middles. Just a little tip there. All right, so let's head over and we'll look at some anytime goal scores. I think I already have it set up. Yeah, I have my parameters set up. Again, guys, I don't really I'm sure we could find some anytime goal scores if I kind of widened my parameters. But I'm rocking, a 30% ROI on the NHL season with anytime goal scores with these parameters. I don't really want to go and do anything else but this. So I found something that finally works, and I know it works well. So you could probably find some anytime goal scores in that plus 400, plus 500 range. Just not what I'm going to be, not what I'm interested in, not what I'm looking for. So that's what's going on over there. Let's take a look right now with college hoops. We'll take a look at Bookmaker, and we'll see if we can find any plays that are coming up where we can see some movement. Let's look at worst case. Let's go look at college hoops, main markets, and then let's set this up for we'll keep this at minus 150, and I'll put this at a plus 130 range. And then, I don't know, let's go let's see if we can get anything 5%. Okay, 9 results right now. So Samford, we see some plays for Samford. Ballybet, I'm sure that you can get this over. Yeah, you can get this over at Bet Rivers. They're playing Arkansas. What's the movement looking like here? Yeah, that's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. So I'm going to probably go over to, I can go over to Bet Rivers right now. This game starts in about an hour and a half. So Sanford plus 25 looks very good. Even money over here. Love this movement from Bookmaker. Big fan of it. Again, guys, it is an SEC big-time school, but I do like when I see a sharp sports book move in a certain area. And the main line is at 26, but I can't get that at minus. I can get it at minus 113, 1 cent off. Not a big deal. I'll take the extra point. And they're telling me to bet a lot more than I really want to. But I'll go in for the 150 spot. Again, with college hoops, I take this kind of like player props with a grain of salt. So I'm going to get this over at Bet Rivers. 1 cent off, not a big deal. I'm going in for 150. Matt, it's just plus minus 150. Additive. Pinnacle is the sharp book. That's it. So minimum is minus 150. Max is plus 150. DVIG to Pinnacle with additive. That's it. And I've made a video dedicated for it. It's out there on the Odds Jam channel. But yeah, that's what's been working really well for me. So any Canby Sportsbooks guys, you guys can hit that one up. No problem. No problem. Let's refresh this. What do we got? Cal State. Oh, did I already move? Did we move that market? I don't know if we did. Cal State Bakersfield against Ole Miss. Bookmakers. Oh, again, another movement here. This is nice movement. Now, again, this is not as recent. You can see the Bally Bet's moving up a little bit, but I don't trust them. Minus 118 to minus 147 is a lot of movement here. So Cal State Bakersfield plus 24.5. This is going to be all Canby, guys. Let's look at Arkansas. And apologies, I can't share my Bet Rivers screen right now, but trust me, I am betting this. This is Ole Miss, sorry. I'm betting this over here on my phone. This is men's basketball, by the way. So the main line is 24, which is down here. I'd rather take the half point and get the 24.5 at minus whatever 115 odds. There it is. Again, should be betting a lot. I'm probably just going to flat bet this the same. And there we go. One of these days, I'll end up pulling the trigger and really betting some big numbers. Bet tracker over here, guys, on OddsJam is completely free. So why did I bet both of those plays? Not just because Bookmaker's got a heavy favorite, but Bookmaker has moved significantly. Looking at that chart, they've moved in price. This is a big movement from Bookmaker. To see them at minus 118, to move to minus 147, it's 29 cents in movement. It's a lot of movement there. So we really, really like that. Hard Rock, can we get this anywhere else? Not really. Okay. What about Citadel? Not really. Okay. Let's take a look at this no vig play. Drake in SIU Edwardsville over 142.5. $700, 645. Let me go over to Bookmaker just to see what they're taking in terms of their limits on this totals. Let's jump into this chart. Let's see what we got. See, so not much movement here from Bookmaker. They're just, you see those little dots there. That's just them updating their odds. They're pretty well set in terms of their plays and what they're looking to get into. Like they're pretty comfortable with their odds. But I want to know what they're taking here. That's what I want to know. So we're looking at what? The over 142.5. Again, guys, if you sign up with Bookmaker, you don't have to make a deposit. You can just kind of check. You can get access to their odds, their limits. They're taking $1,000. So $1,000 is less than what's being offered on NoVig and ProfitX. I'm probably going to stay away from that one. It's fine. I mean, obviously I don't have NoVig, but if I did, I don't know how I feel about it. Let's drop this down. Let's drop this to 3%. And what do we have as we come down here? Milwaukee plus 27.5, just under 5% edge. Again, BetOnline's got the same odds here. Pinnacle's a little off. We're looking at Milwaukee plus the points. So a movement made by Bookmaker. BetOnline's just chilling. Pinnacle's pretty much chilling as well. But the reason that I like to lean on Bookmaker so much more, you can see Pinnacle's taking $3,000 on this play. This is a spread play. But when I come over here and I take a look at the spread, bookmakers taking almost $11,000 on this spread, where Pinnacle's only taking $3K. So bookmakers taking almost, what is that? 3 times as much money, 4 times as much money, 3.5. So they're taking way more money on this play. So that's why I have more confidence betting this over on BetRivers. And so what I might just do here is if I can find another one, I'm just going to go ahead and maybe create a little parlay here. Maybe take Milwaukee plus 27.5. Okay. Do we got anything else here? Loyola Marymount. Let's take a look at this one. Minus 5. Oh, yeah. Same thing. Bookmaker dropping off a cliff. I mean, let's go. So we'll run a little 2-leg parlay over here. We'll run a little 2-leg parlay with Loyola and then Wisconsin, or Milwaukee, Wisconsin. All right, I'm just going to run this for 100 for each. Okay. All right, so I grab that, and I come over here. You can see that we're getting paid out the most, plus 331. And I'm getting at plus 331 odds, which is awesome. So BetRivers, I'm going to rock this little 2-leg parlay. Really, really nice. All right, let's jump into some NBA player props. Let's use the sharp money tool first, and let's jump into some props. We got a ton of NBA, so we give college basketball a little bit of love in there. Love that. The Ole Miss play, Ken was taking. The Ole Miss play was taking Milwaukee, Wisconsin plus 27.5. Let me log back in real quick here just to tell you exactly what it was. So we're taking Cal State Bakersfield plus 24.5 and minus 115 odds. So there you go. All right, so we're in on that one. So let's take a look at the sharp money tool. I'll drop hockey. Well, we can leave hockey up. That's fine. We can kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone, or feed 2 birds with 1 scone. For any PETA lovers out there, yeah, let's go Pinnacle limit here. Let's go 250. Let's throw this limit up to, let's say, $2,000. What do we got? 14 results. Let's peep it. Cole Anthony, under Kwa. Unfortunately, I would love to include BetMGM, but BetMGM is the odds aren't being pulled in by OddsJam software right now, so there's nothing I can really do about that, because I am very dependent on the software. So kind of like Bet365, I'm not sure what's been going on, but I can't pull in the odds from BetMGM, so I can't really share any BetMGM plays. I would highly, though, say I would definitely say that a lot of the NBA props that you're seeing EV on for BetRivers or for Fanatics, that BetMGM is going to be providing EV value as well. No problem, Matt. Yeah, we're going to feed 2 birds with 1 scone. That's a little circles off, I believe, from there. So Cole Anthony. If you can bet this on Bovada or Hard Rock, the under 3.5 assists looks incredible. Someone's got 3K on this. Looks solid. Again, guys, with all of these plays in the sharp money tool, if somebody's got 3K or freaking 300,000, don't bet the mortgage on one play. Okay, we saw a play yesterday, Jaden Schwartz of the Kraken over 2.5 shots on goal. Somebody had like $14,000. That just means we have confidence in the play. Maybe you bet an extra half unit on the play. Right? It's just one play. We got to get a little bit more reps under our belt to find out if we truly have confidence in this. So remember, don't bet your ass off or bet the whole mortgage on one play because we think that's gambling. When you bet everything on one play, that's gambling. Or you bet like half your bankroll on a play. That's not what we do here. Okay? So you want to, if you normally bet 1% of your bankroll, if you want to take it up to 3% of your bankroll, that's fine. That's about the max I would go at. But no matter how much you love a play, we're never going to go above our means. We always want to make sure we keep it in check. So, oh, Matt, that's okay, man. Listen, Listen, it might be more of just what we push or what we do. It's okay. Like, if people are hating on us, then I know we're doing something right. But that's all right, man. I've had a chance to talk to Rob, and he's a really nice guy. Really nice guy. So, yeah, him or Captain Jack, they always normally like to take a dump on us. But, I've met both of them in person, and they're very nice people. So, it's okay. It's just part of the game. Under 3.5, yeah, I'm fine with this. If you can't get this, though, anywhere else, this is basically just an EV play, guys. The price that we're receiving on Hard Rock and Bovada. Sportsino, naturally. Don't mind if you want to grab this at Canby. This is fine. We're getting a little far. It's a little far-fetched once we get past 10 cents. Bet 105, props builder. That's where I'd probably pump the brakes, right? How about Nick Claxton under on his rebounds? 1,800. Somebody wants this at minus 125. Somebody wants this at $1,700 for minus 120. Means that, they want the opposite side. If somebody has a green bar here, guys, that's offering this play, that means they want the opposite. They're offering that to you. They're offering you the over because they want the under. If they're offering it at plus 125, that means they want the opposite, which is minus 125. So that's how this tool, it just scans NoVig and ProfitX, scans the high liquidity out there for these plays, and then just says, hey, this is where this bettor wants it at, and you can actually get it at a better price at this sports book. That's what this tool does. Now, for myself, I'm willing to have a bit of some room here in terms of if I can't get it at BetRivers because maybe you're super duper limited, well, then maybe we can find another book where you can bet this at. So minus 120 to minus 125 would be a range that I would be okay going after because obviously that's where these guys are going after. A little bit above that over here on DraftKings. And sometimes that's not going to be the case. We can't find plays like that, right? So if you don't have Bovada, Onyx, or Fanatics, then probably this isn't going to happen. And most likely, if Onyx is showing it, it's probably stale. If we look at Treyman, again, everyone here is probably super limited on Sportzino. Somebody wants this, though, at plus 105 odds for $3,000. Can we get this under 1.5 at maybe plus 100 odds, right? Is there anything out there? Hey, guess what? Bet 105, I can get this at plus 100 odds. Bovada, I can do it. So, right, this is going to be directly going against Pinnacle. Now, FanDuel is, 15 cents off to this. So, over at Bet 105, and if you guys are living in the United States, you got to get yourself a Bet 105 account. There's plenty of times, like right now, I want to bet into Pinnacle. I can't do that living in America. Bet 105 copies Pinnacle's odds. I can now go over there and have that option. So you want to make sure you have that option. We're looking at the Hornets and the Bucks. Treyman under 1.5 threes. Love that. Even money here. I can bet up to $200. I don't know really when I want to go after this, but I'll probably say, I'm going to go in for 150. I like that. And so I can't get this at plus 110. The sharp bettor wants it at plus 105. I can get it at plus 100. And I'm still very happy with that. So if you guys use code BILLYC and open up an account at Bet 105, BILLYC, deposit $100, you will receive a $50 free bet attached. And the best part with Bet 105, it's a 1x rollover. It's not like Bovada or MyBookie where you got like an 8x or a 10x rollover. It's a 1x rollover. It's really, really nice. It's a fair book, a very fair book by my accounts. Love to hear your guys' opinions on how your experience has been with Bet 105. For myself, it's been very solid. And so definitely a fan of them and using them. Ant-Man, under 3.5 made threes, $250 on Pinnacle. We got $2,600 out here. Someone put up $2,500. We can bet this over at FanDuel. Now, normally I like FanDuel as my sharp. This is going to be, though, again, one of those where it's not really positive EV. We are trusting that the person that is putting up this amount of money is very confident in Anthony Edwards. It could be just a random rich dude that's just bored and he likes to bet on NBA player props, or it could be a professional sports bettor that has a model that tells them, like, yo, you should, like, nuke this play on Anthony Edwards. Don't like betting Ants unders, right? So, again, even if we really like this play, I'm not going to go too crazy on it. SEC, I would say that they're going to transition over to the score. And so when it was Barstool Sportsbook back in the day, and then Barstool transitioned to ESPN Bet, the limited account that I had on Bet Barstool, it transferred over to ESPN Bet. So I did not receive a new account. I don't know if that's going to be the same thing now that they're moving from ESPN Bet to the Score. So, because there's not a guarantee that you're going to receive a fresh, brand new account, I would imagine that your profile is going to transfer over there. So, for those of you that use the Score, I've never obviously used it before. I just got limited like last week severely on ESPN Bet. I still bet over there, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you're going to receive a new account. I would probably be willing to say that, you know, your profile will transfer over. If you're limited now, you're going to be limited over there as well. Matt, appreciate that. Super soft book. Yeah, definitely going to be worth it. Definitely going to be worth it. All right, Ant-Man, I can get this now plus 112 instead of plus 118. I still want to grab this. Don't forget, guys, there is a profit boost over here on FanDuel. I can only bet a maximum of $55, which sucks. Share this link right now with you guys. Yeah, Irish. I made the Ant 3s bet. All right. I mean, price moved a bit, but still totally fine with that play. You can get this over at Hard Rock too at a good price. Yeah, I mean, obviously seeing that movement is another reason why I have some confidence. Like the sharp bettor wants this, and we got it at a good price. I'm happy with that. What else do we got here? Alvarado over on his PRA, Lakers Pelicans. So this one I don't have as much confidence in, just because it's kind of an array. There's money at $781. There's money at $8. There's $900 here. I don't like that. I have much more confidence in plays like this, where there's like the bulk of the liquidity is here on Anthony Edwards. Appreciate that, Matt. Thanks for sharing that, man. Yeah, Aaron, I agree with that. I mean, obviously, people can hate on OddsJam all they want, but all I know is like back in 2021, when I started sports betting, I didn't see a pick the odds. I didn't see an unabated. I didn't see all these other softwares out there. I didn't know where they were because they weren't there. OddsJam has always been good to me since day one. So that's why I have so much love for them. Obviously, you guys know I'm super biased. I mean, they gave me a fucking job. I mean, this company completely changed my entire career, changed my life. I was working a 9-to-5 finance job. So, even if I get fired after this stream, not that I expect that I will, but even if I get fired from this company, I'll have nothing but awesome things to say because this company changed my life. So, but obviously I know nowadays the prices went up and there's more tools, and some tools like this one isn't included into the Platinum Plan membership. And, so there's some things I can understand why my people are a little bit salty, but all in all, this was one of the first ones out there that I seen that really was at the forefront of everything. And so nowadays there's a lot of other copycats out there that are much more affordable. And again, guys, if you can find a software that works for your budget, I mean, as much as I love OJ, buddy, I mean, like whatever you can do to make it work for your budget so that you can make money sharp sports betting, that's what it's all about. Let's take a look at hockey really quick. We didn't see much for hockey, but I want to peep this. Yeah, there's nothing. Well, let me reset this. There's just one result. Yeah, Ehlers over 2.5 shots on goal. Can't really get behind it. I mean, it's EV to Pinnacle. The sharp money reasoning, not really, but it's EV to Pinnacle. So yeah. All right, let's go over and let's head back over to the EV tool. And let's clear some things out and let's reset some things. And player goals, again, guys, all I have to do is click my setting. Sorry, minus 150 to plus 250, Matt. I messed that up. It's minus 150 to plus 250. Shows 0 results, so we'll just move on from that. NBA FanDuel player props. Again, guys, it's pretty nice to have these already set up. And we'll take a look here. Okay. Let's see what we got. Yeah, I got the happy hour boost at FanDuel. I appreciate that, Matt. Really, really appreciate it, man. Hopefully, obviously you're making some money off it. That's what matters most. whatever you learn from these streams, guys, you can apply to any software. The foundation of Sharp's profitable sports betting doesn't really change. It'll always be there. It doesn't matter what software that you use. If you like the way a certain software looks, if you like OddsView because you like the way the lines move, please, by all means. If you like Pick the Odds because maybe it's an easier price point for you, I understand it. If you like Unabated because you can load in, you can load in data sets into the software. I've tried them all, trust me. So I get it. But obviously this has been my day one, so I will always be attached to the hip. When you think of me and my YouTube channel, it's going to be OddsJam, no doubt about that. So this is unfortunately only a Bovada play. Again, guys, some of these books, I just like to quickly click into these to see, hey, is there maybe another book that's out there that I can grab this at, right? Is there anywhere else that's maybe offering similar odds? Chances are there's a high probability that's not the case. But sometimes you can be surprised. Maybe we'll just click the play button here so I can just do that. And you're going to just see so many plays that are within, Bovada, Hard Rock. Draymond over on his rebounds. Camby. This looks incredible. Bookmaker agrees. Yo, grab this now. Grab this now. All the sharp books are moving. Camby, Draymond over 5.5 rebounds. Bingo, bango, bongo. This is some nice movement here. That's what you want to see. Warriors game is, they're playing the Spurs. So Draymond to get over 5.5 rebounds. Again, don't bet the mortgage on these plays, but have confidence in what you are betting. No doubt about that. So Draymond, plus 110 odds. No problem. I can bet $105. That's pretty good. There we go. And this is also the time of the year, guys. I'll say this. Everyone is obviously super sensitive about not wanting to get limited on sports books. But when I think back to when I was sitting here streaming in June and July, I was literally waiting for this month. This month and next month with football and basketball, this is the time. So if I'm going to get limited, I want to get limited this time of the year, right? I know that I'm not going to be able to last for the next 5 months on these same accounts, betting the same dollar sizes. So if I'm going to get limited, let's do it here because this is where I want it to happen. De'Aaron Fox, props builder. This looks incredible. Bookmaker agrees. What do we got? Nice movement from Pinnacle. Okay, FanDuel's not really the same, but I'm still fine with this. Now, I will say this. It looks like props builder. Yeah, the problem here with this play button is that it really screws things up. It won't let me zoom into the charts, so I apologize about that, guys. We're going to just have to do it the old school way. I forgot about that. So when we're looking at this under, you can see that props builder, this gray line, it's very faint, but they moved an hour ago. Now, I normally don't like to see that. But Pinnacle's chilling here. FanDuel's here. I mean, all my sharp books agree. I got to get some of this over on Props Builder. Let me go over to like Bet Online and hit this up. Oh, wait a minute. I got no money left in Bet Online. Damn. All right, let's go over to my bookie. Plenty of books that have Props Builder, guys, if you guys don't know. It is a book that I share on here that obviously we share a lot of plays on. And obviously, for any of the people that are here that are in the Dub Club, I would love to hear your comments in the chat. Are you okay with me sharing plays on Props Builder and Dub Club? Do you find it that you don't have it and it's like, oh man, I can't bet that? Or is it actually valuable to you? Would love to know from you guys. Thanks, Wilbo. Yeah, man, Matt Modai, I remember watching him when I first was getting into this whole sharp betting thing. Man, I was like, man, I want to be like Matt Modai one day in terms of like a creator, and I want to do all that. And he's an awesome guy, really nice, and wish him nothing but the best. Yeah, he was an inspiration, no doubt. Let's see. Props Builder locked the market. Locked the market. Yeah, Ken, Evander has been putting up a lot of shots on goal. A lot of shots on goal. Yeah, I haven't tried that out yet, Irish, on the happy hour boost. Let me go over here. Am I still logged in? Yeah, we got to get that happy hour boost. Get 30% profit boost. Honestly, guys, what I love to do with the profit boost is typically just bet it on first baskets. That's kind of my jam. Let's go and do this right now. All right, so we're going to put together on FanDuel because we got some profit boost right now. I'm going to go after here and put together some first baskets. So you just have to do is come over here to quick bets, guys, first baskets, and we're going to go on some longer shot plays. All right, let's use this, add the reward. I like using first baskets. What's the max wager size? $10? Perfect. Perfect. Okay, we're going with the Silva. Let me look at Miami here. Let's go quick bets. Bingo. Again, I've shared this before. Sometimes, sometimes they don't cash. They're obviously super long shots, but I love betting the super long shots. Let's go with, where's the Golden State game? Quick bets. My man right here. Oh, we could do this one. 50%. Yeah. How much can I bet here? $10? Perfect. Perfect. That's a nice one. And then let's go with a couple other ones. Let's go with, where's the Pelicans at? Quick bets. Fears. Let's put him. We'll bet Fears. Again, guys, I'm not really interested in betting like minus 130s or like minus 110s with my profit boost. I'm interested in betting like plus 900s, plus 1,000s on these. I'm basically putting up what, like $50? If I hit any one of these first baskets, I'm making really good money. So I'm totally okay with any of it. I would say that. Let's go over here. Quick bets. Let's go Jabari. Okay, right? This is going to pay me out $111. Love that. And then last but not least, let's get something in this Sixers game. Bingo. And there we go. Just kind of rip through those really, really quick. I'll share links with you guys with all of these so that you guys can have them. So just bear with me a minute, and I can share the links for all of those. Okay. There's one. Appreciate that, Josh. Very kind of you, man. Bryant, are these EV? So for first baskets, OGs and DGens know this. There's a guy that I've been following for a year and a half now who's very EV with first baskets. First Basket Man, you can follow him on X. Gives out his plays for free. So are these EV? I trust the source of where I'm getting these picks from. So yes. Again, guys, we're betting on plus 1,000s. So don't expect to win every one of these. I'd be very happy if we cash one of these plays. Obviously, put your boost on whatever you prefer. But these are all the boosts that we just put out there. Really, really awesome. Again, any of these $10 bets, if I hit on any of these, I think the lowest one that pays me out is $121. So we just put up like $50 to $60. And if I hit on two of these, I'm like making a ton of money. So really, really good stuff there. Shout out to First Basket Man. He's a GOAT. Derek Lively over 5.5 points. Let's refresh this really quickly. Let's see what we got. Coop. I wouldn't trust this. By the way, guys, Onyx out there is copying FanDuel's odds, so I wouldn't trust them. Also, for any of you guys that are new to this stream, I only give out positive EV plays. If at the very worst, they might be slightly negative EV. In the history of these streams, I have given out probably a couple of picks that weren't quite positive EV. But the goal of every single pick that we talk about and give out, it's positive EV. So that's always the aim when it comes to the strategy here. Javante, yeah, can't grab that. How about Zach over on his points and assists? This is a market that Pinnacle doesn't offer, just FanDuel. Don't like that movement from DraftKings. If you're in the line movement, we would maybe want to bet the under here, right? But DraftKings isn't offering the under, are they? They're not. So that would be the case there. What else do we got? What else do we got here? Levine over on his points. This looks incredible, FanDuel. No, see, it's more movement from DraftKings. I just want to stay away from Zach. I'm not saying this can't cash, guys. I just don't like seeing that. How about Coop? Coop on his points. All right, so here is where I do see some movement I like. 10 minutes ago, FanDuel moved. DraftKings flag over 15.5 points. Damn. Oh, that looked juicy. Also, guys, I do have an engagement here that I got to go to in about 5, or I got to shut this off in 5 minutes. I do apologize. I will be back on tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific. We're going to be going over a lot of college football, focusing on that. A lot of Cooper Flag, a lot of Zach Levine just jumping off the boards right now. Quentin Grimes. Also, Coop on his PRA. I got to imagine this is all moving right now. Yeah, everything's kind of toast. Kevon Looney on his rebounds. Plus 137. Yeah, I don't like the movement from DraftKings. That's not something I like to go after. I want to see movement from FanDuel, and DraftKings is staying as is. Yeah. Okay. I got to stop clicking on Cooper. Desmond Bane under 32.5 PRA. This is minus 210 on FanDuel. Whoa. Yeah. This is what we want to see. I want to see something like this. Yeah, that's what I want to see. Desmond Bane under on his points, rebounds, and assists. This game starts, actually it starts really soon. This is usually a little too close to call for me in terms of betting this. But we could probably get some decent, it's got to be under player specials, guys. Points, rebounds, and assists. Desmond Bane under 32.5. And I got logged out. Now I got to log back in. Oh, this is a really good play, though. Love this one. What else do we got? We got some Quentin Grimes plays. By the way, for any of you out there, let's see if we can do this instead. Let's see if I can get 200 on this one. Ooh, we got 200. Thank you, Bet Rivers. Appreciate that. It's very kind of you. For anyone out there that is in the Dub Club, obviously we have a play on DeMar DeRozan, and it looks like we are getting incredible closing line value if you guys were able to lock that in when I gave the play out earlier. All right, that's where we're going to kind of pause. We'll show the Tyrese Maxey play really quick, and then we'll be back on tomorrow. Same time, same place. Yo, Maxey, over on his points and assists. We got to hurry up and grab this one. FanDuel dropped off a cliff 30 minutes ago. I love this play. Love this play. Pistons, Maxey over 37.5, minus 114 over on DraftKings. Grab that, guys. Anyways, LaQual Splash. Yeah, Splash, bro. I show the ARB tool every stream, man. I'm hoping you were able to catch it, but we spent about 10, 15 minutes on the stream. So I'm really hoping that you were able to see that. But I got to run, guys. I have an engagement. I will talk to you guys tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. Eastern. Appreciate it. Could be, Ken. Could be. I just see that movement from the book, though. I really, really like it. I really, really like that. It's a very fair question to ask. But enjoy your day, guys. Enjoy the evening. I'll talk to you guys mañana. Take care.